I don't know if anyone will come. It's hey, spam me. What's up, man? How are you? Hey, man. I lost luck. What's up? Welcome back. Hi, Arvind. Hi. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you guys? Nice to see you guys. Is 9 o'clock easier than 7 o'clock for you guys for lives? Good one. Dr. Lotus. Yeah, funny guy, yeah. Hey, what are all these, man? These are some settings. Oh, that's cool. No, but I like it more natural. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cool. Because I'm still kind of experimenting with this live session thing. What's happening with the lights? I'm still experimenting with this live thing. So if 9 o'clock is easier for you guys, I should be able to. 9 o'clock might be easier for me too, actually. Hi, Pratik. How are you? Nice to see you here. Second time I'm seeing you. Hi, Anish. What's up? Hi, Rohit. Hi. A lot of regular guys here, man. A lot of you guys have been there for my for many. I think there's something. The lights might be going fluctuations. A lot of you guys are regulars to my lives. Oh, Arvind, 7 is better for you. Where am I from? I don't know. I like to avoid that answering that question. I'd like to say I'm from the land of loving audio. That's what brings us together. I don't want any. Van, hi Van. Dr. Lotus seems to be everyone's favorite. Audio poor, yes, audio poor. So what's up, guys? What's new with you? Has anyone bought anything new? Are you guys listening to any new music, any new audio equipment? What's going on? Do I game? I love gaming, but I've not had time to do it for so long. In fact, some games, a lot of games that I really liked were actually a lot of racing games, the old NFS things. I'm talking about like I used to when I was much younger. I played the original Need for Speed 2, NFS Special Edition, NFS 2 Special Edition, NFS 3, and stuff after that. But lately, when I don't have time, I'll play something like a Burnout, or I've got a few older NFS games that I play on my console. But lately, I've noticed sometimes I only get to play once a year, man. So I miss gaming. I don't have the time to do it, but I want to find the time to do it. Far Cry. How's Far Cry 5? I've never played that. Anish, hey, Paul, need help? Yeah, sure. Wanted to buy IM under 2K. Is two-tier gate a good option? And what do you suggest instead? Can stretch to 2.5. Well, honestly, Anish, I have not yet tested the gate. I want to get my hands on the gate this month. By this month, I mean August. I've locked in my script for the Tangzu Warner, the Headphone Zone edition. I have reviewed the Warner before, and honestly, it's always been one of my top favorites. I don't think you can go wrong with the Warner. You can't go wrong with the I would have said Truth Hola, but it's not available anymore. I think the gates are a replacement, but I've not tested it, so I don't want to give you any wrong information about the gate. Then the other favorites of mine are whole bunch of SimGot stuff, yeah. But the EW200 is, I think, out of budget for you. Sub 2K, 2.5 KZ Pro X I really like, but I have had a few of my viewers say that the build doesn't hold up very well over time, so I wouldn't want to sort of recommend that based on my sheer trust with my viewers. Um, what else have I liked? Damn. Yeah, I think the latest stuff, the what I really do like is just the Tangzu Warners, the KZ ZSN Pro X, and man, I'm forgetting. Yeah, I need to start reviewing more IMs. In fact, but there's a lot of good stuff, Anish, in the sub 2.5K category. There's a lot of good stuff out there. I'm sure there are a few guys here who will give you a few recommendations as well. I'm just going through some of the stuff I've reviewed. Let me see. The SimGot ones are expensive. JD1, FIO JD1. Check out the FIO JD1. I really like the FIO JD1. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm just scrolling through my videos. I'm forgetting what I've reviewed also. Yeah. But yeah, Anish, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff out there, man. Yeah, I was just saying in the last live, if you have a entire board full of all the 2.5 or 2K IEMs, if you throw a dart at any, they're all great. You can't go wrong. Just some of them have slightly different flavors, so you need to figure out what it is you're looking for in sound, and then decide which one's for you. Anyway, moving on. Damn, where did all these comments come from? 2.5. Okay, I'll read through these fast. Mohit, hi, hey there, how are you? Near half in your TWS had AirPods, lost them. I have not tested any half in your TWS in a long time. Akhil, hi Akhil, how are you? Anish, mostly on a black edition of gold. Okay, dude, anyway, hey, Paul, Blonde BL03, yes, I still like it. Nice warm sound, nice overall uh, approach towards sound. Check out my review if you haven't already. Affiliate link in the description if you want to buy it with my affiliate link. If you don't want to, no problem, just buy it from Headphones On directly. Lost luck. I purchased a new stethoscope as an audio device. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's no lag over there. That's pretty cool. Pratik, Amazon Live was different, man. It's like Pratik, yeah, man, Amazon Live is all about this product, this product, this product. There's no interaction, which is why I like to do these lives because I can actually talk to you. So those are just, directing people to buy stuff. Whereas here, we can actually talk. Lost yeah. What's up? How are you doing? Hi, Laser. I'm fine, man. How are you? Nice to see you again. There are a lot of regular guys here, man. Like this is really cool. I find this really quite cool that you guys keep coming back. Thanks so much. As you know, how have you been? Hi, Dakshan. How are you, man? Nice to see you here. Rohit. Man, everyone's really caught into the Dr. Lotus thing, huh? Spammy also wanted to point this out. People join to when people buy headphones on Amazon from a Perio. The invoice is not always being made properly and does not include serial number. Oh. So if you have issues in the future, it can cause issues with warranty, and you have to chase Amazon for a few weeks to get a proper one. So better to check invoice immediately. I did not know that. That's an interesting tech tip, guys. Spam me with a tech tip if you're buying from Amazon. That's cool. Adi, hi, got the Warner and Audio Killer D07 DAC. Good stuff. Nice. Congratulations on your Warners. I'm in the middle of, I've closed my script. I really do like them. I have not tested the Audio Killer D07 or any of their products, but I think people do like it. But happy music listening, man. Like all the best to you. Pratik, kaisa hearts and lungs. Wayne Kerr. Hi, Wayne. What's up? How are you, man? Dakshan, try playlist album. Okay, I'll wait. Let me take a screenshot of what you've recommended, Dakshan. Pradeep, Yamaha E5B have good bass. No, Pradeep, E5B, E7B, and E3B are not considered to be enthusiastic earphones. If you are a bass enthusiast, if you want big bloated, it is not for you. They are more for very balanced studio-like sound. It's not at all exaggerated. It is tight in its delivery. It is tight in its presentation. It is more accurate. If you hear an upright bass in the flesh, it sounds just like that. Whereas electronic stuff, things that aren't natural sounds, they are not tuned to exaggerate those specific frequencies and tones. So Yamaha doesn't go there. The only Yamahas I've heard that are bass heavy, truly bass heavy, more than Sony's and Bose and JBL, is this set right here. This is the Yamaha E700A. Is the only bass heavy set of Yamaha anything that I've ever heard. Moving on. Anish, is the Warner headphone on cable better than the usual ones? I Anish, I have not spoken about this in my script, but I there's something about the original cable that I liked. It seemed, well, this one is kind of grippy, it's kind of rubbery. I don't like the feel of it. The other one was kind of a smoother feel on it, so I did prefer that. Um, but sound wise, I wouldn't know. I don't have those Tangzoos anymore. I actually did give those away to one of my cousins who hadn't experienced IEMs ever. So, what I remember of it, I did prefer that cable. But this has a mic. That one I tested didn't have a mic. EW 100p is 1899. Is that good? Yeah, I've reviewed the SimGod EW 100 DSP variant. I liked it. It is again not bass enthusiastic, but very clean in its overall presentation. SimGod's got some good stuff. The only thing I didn't like is it doesn't have a loop to sit around your ear. It's just a flaccid cable, but it's a nice sounding set of IEMs. Spam me. The Dr. Lotus story is his name is Lost Luck 50. And I think in a hurry while I was trying to sign off, I was replying to him and I just read it as Lotus instead of Lost Luck. So that name is caught on, sadly. So please don't rag him. He's a very sweet guy. Don't rag him. Uh, then Samrat Paula, what about 702 in 2024? Samrat, I'm so sorry I have not reviewed it. I don't want to give you any wrong information, but I've heard good things. People do like it. Akhil, maybe Chew 2 as well, 2K. Yeah, I've heard it's good. People like it. I've not tested it. Zuko TV, Moondog Chew. Hi, Zuko. Pratik, share review if you have tried yet. People need review. Okay, there's no story. This is my name now. I am embraced. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm also thinking of getting the gate. Okay. Yeah, man, I need to review it. I need to catch up. I need to increase my pace. Sorry, guys, I've not reviewed a lot of things you've asked for. Uh, hey, Paul, blonde BLG is still good choice. Yeah, yeah, it is. I still like it. It's a very warm sounding set of IEMs. If you ever heard an old tape deck, an old cassette player, it's got that kind of tonal quality. It's nice. It's well detailed, and I remember it being kind of bass enthusiastic without being bloated. So yeah, I like the blonde, man. It's a nice set, but I have heard of people having issues with cable. The cable might pack up. So just as a heads up, when you buy the blonde, just buy a nicer cable because it might pack up in a day, in 3 months or 12 months, whenever. Just buy a backup so that you're not bummed out about it because the IEMs are very nice sounding. I did like them. Arvind, I bought SimGot and KZ Linglong. And I will receive. Okay, great, awesome. Is KZ Linglong an actual set or are you just pulling my leg? Linglong is a very weird name. Van, what do you use to watch movies? Headphones, earbuds, soundbars, surround system, studio monitors, or for movies? Well, I have kind of like a dedicated TV room. I use a surround system. It's a very old setup. It's a very simple 5.1, but it's a 5.0 now because I do prefer to have the subwoofer off because my tower speakers push out enough bass for me. I mean, I'm okay with that much bass. I don't like exaggerated bass. But yeah, I do use a 5.0 right now. Uh, how are Marshall earbuds? Are they worth the price? Wayne, Marshalls, I have heard a few. I've not tested any, but I do like Marshalls. They kind of are. I mean, to a certain extent, the earphones do appeal to the masses. I remember some of them being a bit on the heavier side in the bass, but it depends which model you're going for. Some of them are tuned differently. I'd have to really sort of listen to them to give you an absolute definitive answer, but I'm not planning on reviewing them anytime soon. But more than I think the sound, Wayne, you might want to. I mean, you will feel that they're worth the price based on the build because they have a metal build, knurled finish on the stems. It's beautifully put together. Marshall does have very nicely put together earphones, and a lot of people do like how they sound as well. I don't think you can go wrong with them, to be honest. Vishnu, hi. I'm doing fine, Vishnu. Nice to see you again. Dr. Lotus. Hi, Paul. Please review OnePlus Nord Buds 3 Pro. No promises. I can't promise that because I've got a lot of things that are pending for review, a lot of things that are on their way for review. And right now, I'm kind of giving importance to a lot of the brands that are wanting me to demo their stuff and review them. I have reached out to people from Oppo and OnePlus and Realme, but I don't think I'm a big enough YouTuber for them to send me review units. So I am giving preference to a lot of the other guys. So I am leaning more towards audiophile stuff because I've been missing it. I've been doing too much TWS and a lot of it gets very repetitive, and there's a lot of effort that goes into those reviews. So I'm just kind of I've taken a slight step back from the TWS stuff. Although there is one set of TWS that I'm very keen on reviewing from a brand that I really like. So that will come sometime next month, that review. But yeah, mainly I've got a lot of audiophile stuff over my right shoulder. Adi, hi. First set, so nothing to compare. Listen to more music. Okay. Hi, 779. Arunji, your thoughts about Q Style M15 DAC? I have not tested it. No thoughts on it. Pratik. Okay. Abhijit, how much in my sim got? Abhijit, you got the SimGot EW200. Nice. Yeah, I think we spoke about it last time. Congratulations on the EW200. Burn-in is entirely up to you. I myself usually burn in, like the products that I review, the Tangzu Wana that I just reviewed, um, not reviewed yet. The video is not out. I have to still shoot the video this week. But the script is locked in. The Tangzu Wana I ran in for about maybe over 24 hours. I just plugged it in overnight and just let it play. And I have a series of playlists on my portable audiophile player. And it starts off with soft classical music, goes on to vocal, goes on to heavier stuff that becomes, rock and so on. So it's a gradual sort of swelling of genres of music that play over 24 and 48 hours. So after the 24 hours, I'm surprised the Tangzus did sound like they opened up a bit. You can do the same thing with your EW200s, man. You can do a 24-hour burn-in, start at a soft volume of 5% and then go up to 10% and then 20% and up to 40%. IEMs can get very loud, so I wouldn't recommend burning them in over 50% volume from your dongle DAC or a separate amp if you have, because they are very easy to drive. You don't want to blow them up. So don't go over 40 or 50% for sure. But yeah, 24 hours should be fine. And again, congratulations on the EW200. They're very pretty sounding set of IEMs. I really like them with a lot of classical music. Um, Rohit, yeah, hi. I'm glad it's catching up. Dr. Lotus, it's fine. Missed. KZ Linglong are bullet style IEMs. Okay, I've not seen these lasered. Let me Google this Linglong. I hope nothing else shows up, huh, guys? You better not be trolling me. It'll be terrible if I Google Linglong and something else pops up, huh? Ah, okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, bullet style, they look cool. I bought CMF Buds Pro to deliver today. Nice sounding buds with somewhat U-shaped sound. Oh, that's cool. 779. Nothing's sub brand. I think I mean, I like what Nothing was doing. I think they kind of messed up a bit with the Nothing Ear twos. They were a bit too bright for my taste, but overall very nice detail. I've not reviewed any CMF earphones yet. I don't have any plans on, but I'm sure they're nice. And I mean, if you're happy, that's all that matters, right? Enjoy your new earphones. Oppo Air 3 Pro, OnePlus Buds Nord Pro 2. I've not tested the Nord Pro 2 yet. So I don't know. But Missed any OnePlus device. I reviewed the first OnePlus Bud Z. I reviewed the OnePlus Bud Z2. I reviewed the OnePlus Buds 3, and there's another OnePlus Buds 2R that I got. I do these Amazon live sessions, and I've heard these earphones, but they're not the Pro series. But one thing I've seen with all OnePlus products is they're tuned for loudness and heavy bass. Like that is the goal. There's nothing about, they're not worried about staging, they're not worried about imaging, they're not worried about nuances. They're not worried about all that. Oppo is more worried about that. So if you want something that's loud and bass heavy, go for OnePlus. If you want something that's more nuanced and detailed with controlled bass and better nuances where you can focus in and appreciate your music, go for the Oppo. Okay, please just budget Bluetooth DAC and brands. Yeah, I know. The Cravate. How do I say her name? I'm not sure, but the Astle and Kern was something else, man. I've got an Astle and Kern. I still really like it. I still use it. In fact, it's in one of my cars. But I haven't tested any Bluetooth stuff. I was planning on buying. Oh, the lights did go off. I think I'm on my inverter. The I did pick up a Bluetooth adapter. It wasn't high res, but I picked up one for my father-in-law, thinking, hey, it should do well enough. I think it was $1,400 compared to the just around 2,000 for the Astle and Kern. And man, it was a huge difference. I really didn't like it at all. I really didn't like that one. So sound wise, the Astle and Kern really does nail it. I don't know what's happening, if they're going to restore the Aslan Kern or what, but I do know stocks did go out abroad first. And yeah, I've not tested other Bluetooth DAC amps, so I can't really recommend any. There's long. It's an open back IM, I guess. Okay, Chinmay, did you check out the? No, I did not. I haven't had any time. I think you asked me about this last time. Sorry, man, I've not checked it out. Lost luck. Please review wired earphone they sell in trains. 50 rupees wale. Yeah, no thanks. Harsha, hi. How are you? What's up? Ratul, I was confused between buying JBL Live Beam 3 and Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. The display on the beam makes me more interested in buying that. Can you suggest me which one to buy between the two? Ratul, I have not tested the Samsung, but one thing you need to know is that Samsung and JBL are both part of the Harman Group, or should I say, Samsung bought over the Harman Group in 2018 or 16, I think maybe 18. And as priority, the Harman stuff goes straight to Samsung. A lot of people have been liking Samsung audio products ever since the acquisition. I mean, obviously, because all the good stuff goes there. JBL also is part of the Harman Group, so I mean, their stuff also does sound good. In fact, the ones you're talking about are right here. I've got them with me. These are quite nice, man. Like these are a cool set of earphones. They've got the screen on the case. They are very comfortable earphones. In fact, they're quite easy to wear. No, I haven't had any pain in my ears with these. Uh, but if you are into the novelty of it, the screen is cool. Um, but I genuinely found that even if I was moving around somewhere, I was using the screen to interact with my media. I wasn't taking my phone out, because the thing is, when you're on your phone, you get into this doom scrolling thing. This doesn't let you do that because it's restricted. So I like that you only play with your volume or change the track or do what you need to do and continue going on your walk or do whatever. You're not distracted with other elements. So it's a nice way to sort of slow down sometimes and absorb what's around you. So I do like the JBL. In fact, you can check out my review on it if you'd like to. If you do plan on buying it, affiliate links are available. But yeah, it is a nice set of earphones. The only thing I didn't like is I wish the high frequencies had a little more energy. They're kind of not as enthusiastic as I'd like them there. But having said that, once you go into the EQ and tune it, it's fine. It's a fun set of earphones. Anyway, moving on. Hi Ishwar, I'm fine, man. How are you? Nice to see you here. Teddy, my W20 fits great in 1 year, but the other year it feels like it's not. Also, I feel like the soundstage is slightly towards one side. That could be the way it sits with you. Teddy, try different ear tips, and by different ear tips, I mean it comes with silicone ear tips. See if you can get foam ear tips for one, but you might be facing an issue that I have. My left concha is larger than the right concha, and I remember to get the fit of the EW200, I had to fiddle with it a lot. I had to sort of twist it upwards slightly, rather than having it the same sort of down as the right one. So you play around with the placement to see how it fits you, because your staging should be your phantom channel should be dead centered, and vocals should come from there, at least the primary artist. Uh, because I remember there's that metal bump that the inside of the EW200 has that was bothering me here, which is why I had to sort of turn it up slightly, and after that it was okay. Gate or Warner, Deepan, I don't know. I've not tested the gate just yet. Akhil, funny, the last live I asked regarding the Aston Bluetooth DAC, and you suggested me to check the headphones on forum. I managed to find someone trying to sell theirs urgently. 1600 is, I think, fairly good, but you need to find out when it was manufactured, because if the cell is not working and you want it for battery life, and the cell fails after every 20 minutes, it's kind of not worth it. Whereas if you're getting at least, I'd say, 2.5 hours on a single charge, that's good. But this is something that you'll have to ask the seller. Okay, yes, it is nice. Ling Long has a great looking case. Okay, bullet style. That's kind of sus. And then more. Hi, Paul. Random question: have you used Bear Dynamic custom street headphones? No, I have not. What is the Bear Dynamic custom street headphones? Let me see. Custom street. No, I have not. I have not used that. But I do like Bear Dynamic stuff. I'm a long time user of a set of Bear Dynamic headphones. In fact, my first audiophile set was the Bear Dynamic DT990. They make good stuff. Okay. Van. Looking for a headphone that is all purpose. My usage of Bluetooth, movies, TV, gaming, wired 3.5, and noise cancelling. Any recommendations? Van, what is your budget like? Do you have plans to review Oppo Air 4? Is the Air 4 available? I don't even know. I'm not keeping up with TWS stuff. Um, if the Air 4 Pro comes out, I might just do a comparison video between that and the Realme Budget 6 Pro. I may not even do an in-depth review, because I'm kind of finding it hard to keep up now. Um, but yeah, if the Air 4 is available, and it is no, the OnePlus 3 came out recently, so I doubt there'll be a 4 anytime soon. Thank you very much, Paul. Have a nice one. Thank you. RDK makes sense that Oppo priority is proper music. They did start music play. Yeah, yeah. Oppo has an audiophile heritage, man. That's also why. Earphone have launched Air 4 Pro with much update features and drivers, just $90. Introductory price 63. Okay, I think I'm going to be writing to Earphone soon, just to find out about these. Rohit lost and review it from the train vlogs there. I told, should I buy the any DAP for streaming music, or smartphone is enough? Please share a review. Smartphone's enough now, Zuko. As long as you've got one of these, you should consider picking up a little dongle DAC. This is the iFi Go link. I don't know if you've seen my review on this, but As long as you have a little dongle DAC, you don't need a separate DAP now, because smartphones are pretty good. The only reason why I still use a separate audio player is because I don't like getting phone calls whenever. One sec. I don't like getting phone calls when I'm enjoying my music. It's very, very putting off. So I prefer to connect to a device that's offline. That's not really, by offline I mean my iPad. My iPad is not going to get a phone call. I'm not going to get a spam call. I'm not going to get a message telling me something. So that's the only reason why I prefer a separate player. But yeah, I mean, as long as you have a separate high-res dongle DAC, you don't really need a player. I mean, it's more affordable to do that as well. 779. No, I don't have any plans on reviewing the Edifier just yet. Mr. Venkatesh, you want me to do a video on the Earfun Air 4 Pro? I'll try and get my hands on it. I have to write to them about it. They have sent me something very recently, which I still have to review. I'll get to it soon. J Audio is promoting the Zigatax, the same level of Monaco at just $300. Geez, these are pricey things, huh? Chinmay? Perfection. Okay, I've been using IMs. So not honestly about buying a DAP will make huge difference. Sound is worth. If you've been using IEMs on your smartphone, getting a DAP, it depends what chip your phone has, and if you've been using an external DAC amp like the i5 Go Link that I just showed over here. This one, it depends on that. So if you because a lot of DAPs that you go for nowadays, at least the budget ones, I mean, they're better than the hardware you get on phones, but this is kind of the new answer to that, because this bypasses your internal hardware. So you might just be better spending on one of these rather than a dedicated DAP. But again, a DAP comes with a series of other things you can do also. On a DAP, you can put in your own memory card. You can buy high-res digital stuff. I normally get my stuff from HD Tracks. Offline stuff is the best thing to do. It's better than streaming. But yeah, I mean, it's a matter of preference. Like, even the DAP I have is old school, man. It's over 10 years old now. It takes a memory card, micro SD memory card, and I love it, man. It's still going strong. Good hardware in it too, except for the amp. I didn't like the amp too much, so I got an external one. Chinmay, close backs versus IEMs at $500. Focal Azures versus SimGot. Uh, Man, Chinmay, I've not tested these ones you've spoken. I want to expand to this budget. I've been talking to the guys at Headphone Zone about this. I do want to expand to this budget. But if you're talking about closeback headphones, premium closeback headphones versus premium IEMs, I'd say they're kind of different experiences to a certain extent. I myself am not a closeback headphone sort of enthusiast. I prefer I stuff. Once you sort of cross that line into the open back realm, it's very difficult to go back to close back stuff. But yeah, I mean, IEMs, IEMs normally, at least the few things I've heard that are a little more premium, actually do stage and image pretty well at a more premium price range. So, and they're easier to carry around than close back headphones. So I'd say maybe IEMs in a higher price bracket would make more sense. Okay, where was I now? I've been using IEMs. Okay, I've read that. I've read that. Hi Paul, enjoying my G560 since buying them Amazon Prime sale for 9,000. Okay, you should put an Amazon sale video with your affiliate links next time. Maybe Independence Day. Yeah, yeah, Meister. Hi. I usually don't like to just put out a video with affiliate links. I feel it's kind of dishonest to do that unless I've reviewed a product. So like I wouldn't just put out random affiliate links of HD 560s because I've not reviewed them. I just feel it's a more honest thing to do, to give you a proper full-fledged review after I spent a good amount of time and really broken it down, and then I put an affiliate link. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know, but I just feel that's the honest way to do it. Uh, Lotus review Dyson headphones. I might actually waste my money on that. You know what? I don't know how to get my hands on Dyson headphones. If and you know someone who's willing to send me a set for review, I'd be happy to do that just for fun. They have the left and right sound difference issue too. Android has an accessory option to make the sound centered. Don't have to set it every earphone use. That's cool. Yeah, Adi, thanks for that quick tech tip. Because some people do have an actual issue between their ears for balance. Um, and I think, yeah, the accessibility thing can sort that out. So that's a very cool suggestion. Thanks for that. Ratul, thank you so much for a detailed response. I've already seen your review of JBL Livebeam 3, and your review was the most detailed and best as compared to others. Thank you for that, Ratul. Thank you. Yeah, I try my best. Van 300 or 500? Okay. I presume you're talking in dollars, Van. Um, Let me just check and see because the few headphones I've reviewed. Okay, so Van, if you're talking about 300 to $500, kind of sub 300, you can get the JBL Tour 1 M2. That's over my left shoulder there. You can get the Yamaha E700A, which are also great. But damn, I don't have an affiliate link for this because I've not reviewed it. I have spent time and I've heard it. But let me tell you, Van, what you can buy that will suit everything. That's provided you are not a bass enthusiast. Where's Van's thing? Okay, Van, since you mentioned movies, music, everything, and you're not particularly a bass enthusiast, the best sounding headphones I've ever heard for movies is the Yamaha L700A. And why I say the L700A is I have not heard a spatial adaptation of sound uh, as well as that with any other headphones. The Yamaha L700A is absolutely sensational. In fact, the whole concept of the L700A being born was for a guy who gets home after a long day of work and he's shouted at by his family saying, "Why are you watching TV? Everyone's talking, yada, 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 yada. Reduce the volume on your surround system." So it's done, it's dead. So the L700 A was made so that you have that sense of space and surround while still enjoying, all the aspects of surround audio with those headphones in particular. So I have experienced it with some music. I have experienced it with maybe one or two scenes in some movies, and it does do a very good job. And I think it's being sold at a very well. It's not super affordable, but it's at terrifically discounted prices because it's one of those products that people, it's like some star things aren't appreciated like they should be, so they just get missed out. The L700A is one of them, so see if you can demo them, of course, first, before committing to the L700A. But yeah, Van, I'll tell you honestly, consider those. Lost luck, yeah. Hey, this is it's from a micro brand. This watch is I recently got this. It's from a micro brand in New York. You can check them out. Go on to Brew Watches, BREW, Brew Watches. This is the Brew Cobalt. There are a bunch of guys who really like coffee, for one. And there's this guy who started this company, I think maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And he's got a series of watches. And I really like the look of this. So I picked it up fairly recently. You can check it out on their website. That's Brew, BREW. Cool. So JBL 770 NC in 4.8 student discount. Yeah, man. Jayesh, 4.8 is on a set of JBL 770 NC is very good. That's a tune, I presume. Very good deal. In fact, I do like it. The way they've tuned it is very nice. I really like how they've tuned the Tune 770. Hitchhiker, no, I have not yet reviewed the Realme S6 Pro. I don't know if I will because I've heard from some people that it sounds very similar to the Air 5 Pro and it's just a few tweaks with tech. So I wasn't planning on reviewing it honestly. Enco Buds 4 Pro was launched on Plus Nods. Buds 3, really? Not sure whether the sound signature is close to Oppo. Spam me, I'm pretty sure if it's been sold under the OnePlus name, it's going to be bloated bass and loudness. It's going to be a very different tuning. Oppo does a very different tuning compared to OnePlus. Jayesh, so I got the JBL tune using. Yes, yes, it's very worth it, Jayesh. That's a very good deal. What's the best headphone under 10K and why is the 5 and why is it the HD 560s? Kidding or am I? I don't know. I've not heard the 560s, so I can't really comment on them. But we've got someone here who's using a 560s. Best I am under $100. Hi Sahil. Under $100. What is $100 today? Under 8.5 grand. 8.5 grand. I've not reviewed too many IMs in that price range. Sahil, I'm expanding there, but I did review a set of Rose Techniques. No, but those are around 4 or 5. The ones I'm reviewing next are around the 8,000 price range. They are nice, um, but I don't know, man. I kind of I'm leaning more towards SimGot. I've heard a lot more SimGot stuff, and they do good stuff. But the 500 LM was kind of I wouldn't say let down. It wasn't what I was expecting. But you can check out my review on that. But yeah, I mean, in the $100 range, there's a lot of stuff, man. It's sub $100 is also pretty good. You get you throw a dart at a wall full of $100 IEMs, you're bound to hit something that's good. I don't think anyone's making bad stuff. 770. Okay, so I DM'd you, but you didn't respond. Jayesh, where did you DM me? If you DM me on Insta, I usually don't check my messages. I get a lot of spam over there. 760. Where did you buy those? Amazon. Check them in Reliance Digital. Okay. Have you heard Brain X speakers? Brain X speakers. Let me check. Hi, Prithvi. Brain BRANEX. Let me see what this is. I don't. I've never heard of it, man. There are just so many brands out there. Brain X speaker. Okay. Well, it looks cool. Oh, it's one of those portable ones. I'm trying to get my hands on one of the new JBL speakers. They've just launched something called the JBL Authentics that looks very retro, very cool. I'm trying to get my hands on it. I don't know if I can, but I'll try and review those because it seems like it's a very premium sounding set. So I'd love to give it a listen. Zuko, that's a very good idea. It's I don't know if I'll have the time to reach out to these guys, all with doing YouTube and working and all this sort of stuff. So it'll be difficult. But it's a good idea. I've been wanting to do something like this with What's New. If you know What's New, the channel Abhishek at What's New, he's a very very interesting reviewer. Basically, very tight in his delivery. I really like his stuff. He's been on a few live sessions here. He's a very sweet guy. He's already done one small collab with me on one video, which I shared on my community wall. I might chat him up to see. He doesn't stay in India though. He stays in Dubai. I'm thinking about buying a Patek Philippe one Etios. Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Oh man, those are beauts. Yeah. You're getting one for that much? Are you sure? That for five, that sounds like a good deal, yeah. Jayesh Sonawala, so best tech review ever. I love your content. Never stop working. Thanks, Jayesh. I don't consider myself a tech reviewer. I prefer to call myself an audio reviewer rather than a tech one. My reviews are more for audio than anything else. But thank you, thanks, Jayesh. I appreciate it, man. Matrix, I need mic and good sound bass under 3K. For what? IEMs or TWS earphones? So I DM'd on Instagram. I want your advice in detailing regarding some audio devices. Jayesh, here's your opportunity, man. Ask me what you need to ask me here, yeah? Okay, IDs, but if you have need is a 20% coupon, you can check live. Okay. Rohit, only 5 lakh. Nice. I think we've got some nice horologists here who like watches. I think for some reason, audiophilia and a love for watches kind of do go at the same time. I need good mic, good sound bass. Budget isn't okay. Okay, this thing is still okay. Pre-owned. Pre-owned. Okay. No, that's what I was thinking. If it's pre-owned, but pre-owned at that price is also good. But see if you can get a hands-on, Mr. Lotus, Doctor Lotus. TWS is good mic and good sound. Matrix, I've had a few comments during the sale time that some people did get the Realme Buds F5 Pro for around 3K, maybe a little more than 3K. See if you can get deals on that because the Realme Buds F5 Pro, I think, is one of the best um, audio quality I've heard from the more recent earphones I've reviewed. And its bass is quite enthusiastic. So check out my review on that if you haven't. And if you can apply your card discounts and whatever else, you should be able to get it for a good deal. Mr. Meister. You're into watches, are you also into cars, bike, cameras, keyboards, perfumes, stuff? Yes, we are a bunch of nerds, man. Come on. You don't need to ask that question. Of course we are. Cars, bikes, yes. Cameras, yes. There are two of mine over there. Uh, well, two of the few that I have. Uh, Keyboards, I've only just, by just, I mean, maybe 3 years ago, I picked up my first mechanical. Perfumes, no, I'm asthmatic, or at least I was when I was younger, so I stay away from it because I don't want an asthma attack. Uh, and such stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm nerdy about. I've got a lightsaber over here. I've got a lightsaber right next to me on one of my desks. It's like, how does the Amazon videos work? How did it come about? Have you talked about it before? What are you talking about? What Amazon videos? We all know. Yes, yeah. Hi Paul, how would you describe the sound of the KZZSN Pro X? Silhouette Sunsets. I would describe it as it was the one set of IEMs out of the 8 that was sent to me. The only set that I bothered to take out of the box and walk out of my studio to my wife and say, "Listen to these, because these are very impressive." That is the only set I did it with when Headphones One sent me a box of 8 in the sub 2K price range. And I still want to buy a set myself, but I don't want to because I know I won't use it. I won't have the time to use it. But it's still one of my favorites. But having said that, this is not my opinion that I'm giving, but somebody, I forget who, did mention that the overall build quality isn't very good after maybe about a year, or maybe sometime sooner. The glue gives away. So that's not something I can tell you because I've not had a set for that long. But I love the way it sounds, and I fall in love with sound over build. I think if I had a set and it came apart, I'd try and stick it back as delicately as I could, because I'm a sucker for sound. Um, Jayesh, yeah. So I need speakers for my home studio. My budget is, that's a good budget. Which one should I get? For your home studio, are you looking at passive or are you looking at active, Jayesh? Pratik, hey Paul, share review about your Keychron. It's a nice keyboard. I really like it. I like the clatter it makes. I think I've got brown switches. So I mean, it's fun. Like I mean, I like it. It's fun. I've not really done any modding or anything. I mean, it works, and I love it for scripting. That's the main reason why I bought it, because I script all of my videos, as you've seen, the in-depth reviews and the comparisons, and it's great fun to use. My brother bought another Keychron, not the same. I got the K2V2. I think this is the K2V2. Let me just check. Yeah, this is the K2V2, the Keychron that I have. It's a very neat one. My brother did pick up a separate one. It's not the same model, and he's had a lot of problems with it. Some keys are getting stuck and so on. I think he doesn't clean it as regularly as I clean mine. Maybe that could be the issue. But yeah, some of these mechanicals are sensitive to dust, so you have to look after them, of course. But yeah, I love my Keychron. It's going strong. I've had it for uh, I think over 3 years, and I've not had any issues with it. I quite like it. I'm not into perfumes, but I use Ducati, Brezza. I have three beautiful Ducati. Oh, nice. I've always wanted a Ducati, man. Like, in fact, the I was telling my wife the other day, the opening scene of the Tron movie, the newer one, the entire way he weaves through traffic and the sound of that engine, I always fall in love with. Vishnu Prasad, hi, I've seen your Yamaha E3B review. I'm currently using Oppo Enco Buds. Plan to upgrade to TWS around 5,000. Is Yamaha E3B good upgrade? Vishnu, it depends on your preference, what your opinions are on sound. I've had a lot of people who don't like the Yamaha at all. I love the Yamaha because I love purity. I love trueness. I love a set of earphones that can bring out emotion with me, and there are very few who do that. A lot of people will hear the Yamaha E3B and say, "Oh, it's too thin sounding. There's no bass." So it's a matter of figuring out what your taste is. If you are an audio enthusiast, if you are an audiophile, and you want purity, you want detail, you want nuance in your music, I swear by the E3B. It's a very capable set of earphones. It's genuinely one of the best sounding wireless earphones I've heard in the sub 8K price range. Moving on, Worthy 5. Hi, Paul. Currently, Shanlin M0 is the entry portable high-res audio player in headphone zone. Is there any cheaper alternative for that? Concept card has a lot of music player, but not sure. Worthy 5, I'm so sorry, man, but I have not tested any audio players. For that matter, even the one I have, I never really tested it. I went into it blindly and picked it up. It's still working 10 years later. I mean, I am like a one-man show, so expanding from wireless earphones to IEMs to headphones to even players and DACs and amps is kind of difficult. But I'll try and start reviewing uh, some more products. I'll try and expand. The guys at Concept Cart I have gotten in touch with recently, so I might be able to get a lot of products from them for review as well. So I will try and do that for sure. Jayesh, yeah, I do other stuff, man. This is not YouTube is not full time. YouTube is my hobby for fun. I love audio, so I stick to it. Okay, show your lightsaber. I can show you the hilt. I because the blade kind of stopped working. I'll just get it one sec. So I picked up this Obi-Wan. Who asked me about the lightsaber? Rohit, yeah, this is my Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber. It's a beautiful sort of replica. I mean, it also had a little speaker here. And when you used to fire it up, used to have the hum, and it has a blade you can attach. And whenever the blade hits something, it would make that striking sound. So it is a beautiful sort of. It's a lovely replica. It used to come on from here, but something went wrong electronically. It's very old. This thing. I think I got it at least. Gosh, we're in 2014. At least 12 years ago. I got this at least 12 years ago. But it is quite pretty. It is basically an Obi-Wan Kenobi replica. And this was proper Hasbro one. It's from Hasbro. Somebody brought this in for me from the States, but lovely one. It's a beautiful set. It's practically a replica of the Obi-Wan Kenobi hilt, and it did glow with a blue blade, which is packed away right now. It's not repairable, so I cannot fix it. But yeah, this is a very pretty hilt that I still keep, and I want to actually keep it in my TV room. I need to make a mount for it somewhere. Moving on, yeah. Passive ones, but doesn't really matter to me. Passive ones, passive. Depends what you're driving it with. But if you are going for active ones, Jayesh, I myself did use when I was doing my audio engineering and all. I used a set of Samsung active monitors, beautiful sounding ribbon tweeters, terrific detail in the highs. But ribbons do have their disadvantages, and I also did have a set of M audio monitors, much smaller ones. So maybe look at Samsung, look at Adam monitors, look at Tannoy. Tannoy has some good stuff. I think. What is that? Bajao has Tannoy, some Tannoy stuff, Tannoy Gold stuff. So you get the Tannoy Gold fives, eights, and which ones? Basically, the driver size is different inches. So check out the Tannoy also. But yeah, if you check out the active stuff, it's a one-stop shop. You don't need to have a separate amp to drive them and everything. But because passive wise, you need to worry about what amp, what DAC, how to mix and match. Whereas if you get active ones, they'll most likely be flatter in response, which is better. Uh, Hitchhiker, why is your name Paul? I think my mom will be asleep right now, but my dad too. I'll ask them. They chose my name, man. I don't know. It was up to them. Tron Legacy, yeah. Tron Legacy is love. I want to go and watch it now. Better IM than SimGod EA 500 LM under 8,000. Fallen Chaitu Gaming. Check out my review on the Keyfind Delchis. I don't think they're in stock right now at Headphone Zone, but I really love them. Beautiful, warm sounding IEMs. Um, and I genuinely enjoyed listening to that and testing it. Check out my review on it. I do prefer it to the 500 LM. In fact, I was planning on doing a comparison between the two. But yeah, check out the Keyfind Delchi, my review on it. Affiliate link in the description if you want to support the channel. If you don't want to just buy it from Headphone Zone, it's fine. No harm, no foul. Matrix, is this review or Realme Buds 5 Pro? Is this review or Realme Buds 5 Pro? Matrix, I don't know what he's saying. Hitchhiker, what kind of questions in that? Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, man. Brixton 1508. Should I buy Earphone 3 Pro or wait for 4 Pro? I've not tested the 4 Pro. 3 Pro is one of my favorites. Uh, I can give you this information though. The 3 Pro is not being discontinued. I have asked Irfan about this because they mentioned the 4 Pro to me, and they said they are not bringing this in as a replacement because so many people still like the 3. So they'll keep that. So it might get a little more affordable. I don't know, but the Irfan Air Pro 3 is still going to be available. Okay, then Jayesh, why all these personal questions, man? I'm here to talk about things we like, not education and stuff like that. Lost Ark, not a Star Wars fan. I know someone called Death Vader. I think you're just screwing with me now, man. Death Vader, it seems. Rohit, pretty freaking cool. Okay, thank you for your valuable feedback. Good work. Thank you, Vishnu. Fallen Cheto, did you suggest me any IM? I missed it. Fallen. When did you ask me? Yeah. I told you to check out my review on the Keyfind Delci. KEFINE Keyfind is the brand name. Delci is the IEM name. It's a very nice sounding set of IEMs. I plan on doing a review. I don't know when I will because I don't know if I can. But I wanted to compare it with the 500 LM. I do prefer the Keyfind because it's not. There are a lot of companies who are giving that tweak in the high frequencies to give the illusion of detail, but it just gets a little too much. It gets strenuous listening to music like that. So I'd rather not Listen to those IMs. The Keyfine is nice and warm sounding. It's kind of mellow, which is why I like it. Karthik Mohan. Thoughts on VE Monk Plus? I haven't tested. When are you reviewing your Fun Free Pro 3? Coming month. In August, it will be live. Pratik Vishnu, if purchasing E3B cautious, the issue unknown censorship. Okay. Thanks for the advice. No issues. So from where did you complete your audio? Want to do ASAP. I'm currently in 12th grade but dropped out high school. Check out man, Jayesh. There's a lot of good stuff. I don't like to share private information over here, but there's a lot of good schools out there, a lot of good colleges. Um, be it in India or abroad, you can do your own research and decide which one you'd like to go for. Thumbnails kind of blurred. Yeah, I've been having some issues with the live thumbnails. I have to keep re-uploading them for them to be crisp. Zuko, my favorite IM under 5,000 is the EW200. Can we order from the Earphone website for India? I think you can, but Earphone does have a tie-up with Amazon. So if you buy it from Amazon, they do honor a warranty if anything goes wrong. I have had a few people who've mentioned to me that they've had issues with the earphones, and they've asked me what to do, and I've said just go to the Amazon's page. They've mentioned their email address there. I think Earphone has come back to them within 24 hours or 48 hours and sorted their issues out. Manufacturing issues, I think, are not very common with Earphone's products, but the fact that they're able to have such good after sales despite not having an office or operations in India is absolutely sensational, to say the least. Um, so, yeah, I'd say it's okay to buy it from Amazon also. It shouldn't be a problem. I want to upgrade to an I 10K or above, which would it be? I'm using SimGot EW200. Ambrish, I really like the SimGot EM6L. Um, it is very musical. It's not very bright. Check out my review on the EM6L. It is a little over 10K. And having said that, SimGot has in fact just launched something called the Super Mix 4, which is might go for maybe 14 or 15,000. It's not going to be as affordable as the EM6L, but check out my review on the EM6L if you want to. It's a nice set of IEMs, and affiliate link in the description of that review if you want to support the channel. If not, you can buy it straight from Headphone Zone. No issue. Don't feel stressed in buying from affiliate link. That's entirely up to you if you want to do that. Jaish, no worries, man. It's cool. Don't beat yourself up. It's cool. It happens. I'm confused to choose between IM or buds. My doubt is if I buy an IM under 2000, will it give same output as mid-range earbuds? Obito, check out I've done just type in on YouTube, Paul's POV, IMs versus TWS. I think that video will explain everything to you because I've compared a set of Tangzu Warners, in fact, to a set of JBL 230 NCs, which used to go for 6 or 7,000 or 8,000 bucks, I forget. But I've done like a comparison. It's not fair to do that comparison because it's like comparing. Would you compare a city car? Let's say, take for example, a Hyundai Creta to a racetrack car. They're two very different sort of beasts. One has got its air conditioning, sunroof, heated cool seats, good mileage. It's convenience. Race car is very specific. So likewise, your IMs and TWS earbuds are very different. So have a look at that video if you'd like to. It should give you a better understanding. All earphones are not available. I know, not everything is, but I think they are bringing the Air4 Pro to India. I think so. I'm not too sure. Jayesh, I mention a lot of music artists and songs in my reviews. Highs, mids, lows, I normally mention one or two artists. But I don't have any specific favorites because there's so many good guys out there. But in general, I listen to a lot of jazz, blues, acoustic, classical. I've started the SimGod EW200 made me start listening to a lot of operatic music. In fact, it made me discover a lot of operatic music that I really like. So it's I mean, if you've seen any of my reviews, I've even left the links to um, the songs that I mentioned. Any music I mention, I leave in the description so you can listen to it on YouTube. It is compressed, but if you have Apple Music, head on over to Apple Music and listen to it as a high res audio. A beat or no problem, man, anytime. Can IEMs be used for mixing and mastering audio tracks? How is their tuning? Jayesh, IEMs are originally what they are called in your monitors. A lot of music artists used to use it on stage because of their flat response. Um, it became a problem at some point having a monitor in front of you on a stage, because if you couldn't hear it, the volume went up on that, and then if the volume was too high on that during a live scene, a live show, you couldn't hear yourself singing, which is a problem. So a lot of these in-ear monitors that are custom made for these artists sit in their ears like that with a custom shape. Uh, they can always ask the audio engineer, the mixer, to say, okay, give me a little more guitar, give me a little more melody from the piano or whatever. So they have the in-ear monitors there. That's where the in-ear monitors were birthed. Now IEMs have become more sort of second nature for music listening, because a lot of people have realized that I mean, affordability for one, and the ability for it to sound as good as it can. So in-ear monitors now, I'd say the ones that are available to us more easily are not the typical in-ear monitors that say people on stage use, like Coldplay and so on. But I mean, you can use them for mixing and mastering, provided it's a flatter response. From my experience with mixing and mastering, it makes no sense to use a set of headphones that have color. If you got too much bass, you're going to dial that down too much, and when it's being heard on another system, there's not going to be any bass at all. So you need something with a very flat response, which is why having a flat response studio monitor is the best thing to go for, because then you can tweak it accordingly, and then your entire skill set does show over there with experience, of course. Next gaming, which IM and TWS would you recommend around 2000 IM? TWS, I won't recommend anything under 2000. But IM, there's a lot of stuff available, man. Like there's the current one that I'm reviewing, Tangzu Warners, KZZSN Pro X, FIO JD1, KZZSN Pro X, I think I've mentioned already, Blonde BL03. There's a whole lot of stuff, man. I've got a whole bunch of reviews on sub 2000 stuff. They're all very good. You can't really go wrong. It's just a matter of figuring out what your preferences and taste, and going for those. Brixton 1508. Are Tribute speakers good in audio output? I've heard they're good. I've not tested a set. I've been wanting to test Tribute. I've heard good things about it, but I don't have any contacts there, so I don't know yet. Pratik Paul, how was JLab Free Pro recommended to a friend? JLab, Pratik, I tested the JLab. Damn, what did I test? JLab Go App Pop. I tested. They were affordable wireless earphones, I remember. And they had a very warm sound to them. They reminded me a bit of the Oppo Enco Air 2 Pro, minus the active noise cancelling. So I did like what JLab did with it, and I think even globally, a lot of people do like the JLab tuning. I've only tested one product, but if that is their overall approach to all of their products, I'd say JLab is a nice set to go for. I've not tested the Free Pro. I'm a multi-genre person, so EW200 can handle EDM tracks, bass. I don't want a bassy IM, but can handle attack bass. No, EW200 is not for you in that case. It is not bass enthusiastic. EW200, I'd say, is catered more towards softer genres of music, classical, operatic. Every bit of music I heard for the review for the EW200 was not, was not music I chose. It was the music that the EW200 chose. Very few IEMs or earphones kind of tell me or point me in the direction of what they want me to hear. The EW200 was very sort of, a classical piece, not rock, not pop, not EDM, not metal. It was all about classical, jazz, blues, operatic, softer stuff, more natural stuff, more acoustic stuff, things that had wind instruments that would breathe, that had lungs, basically anything true and acoustic, nothing electronic. So if you're into attack bass, I wouldn't recommend the EW200, but everything else I've mentioned is a beautiful set. Ambrish, hi, I'm also going to upgrade a new phone. So, which would you recommend for audio file, Android or iOS? Uh, what I have heard is iOS doesn't support LDAC. No, it does not. With other TWS and AirPods, no, not support. If you're looking for LDAC, I don't think every phone supports LDAC, Ambrish. Some do LHDC, so you'll have to do your research when it comes to that. But yeah, iOS devices do not broadcast in LDAC. It's just something they don't do. So you'll have to do your research to see if you want LDAC or LHDC transmission. Himanshu, so I got my first IM today. Uh, uh, why one Abyss? Amazing experience. Notice with this. Wait. Let me just Google this. I don't know which ones you're talking about. Abyss. Okay, what do they look like? Oh man, these look really pretty. Am I looking at the right ones? I don't know if I am. Are they the purple ones? They because whatever purple ones I'm looking at, they're absolutely stunning. Congratulations on your first IMs, Himanshu. I hope you find the sound that you're looking for and it brings you happiness. Is buying Oppo Enco X2 still worth? I don't know. I never tested it. Jayesh, I ordered JBL Tune 770. Are they good for mixing, mastering overall? Jayesh, I wouldn't recommend them for mixing and mastering because they are not a flat sounding set of headphones. Um, I mean, you can put them onto the studio tuning within the JBL app, but I wouldn't use them. They are nice drivers, but they're not audiophile grade drivers. By audiophile grade, I mean not for listening pleasure, but not for mixing stuff. You want something that's very transparent. I would have recommended something like the Bear Dynamic DT990, uh, or anything in that price range. Uh, Audio Technica ATH M50X. That's also a very good mixing and mastering set of headphones. JBLs are not cut out for mixing and mastering. I mean, you can try, but your mixes are going to sound wonky. Okay. Amazing. Salno 02 Tangzu Honor. Haven't tested Salno 02, cannot comment. I don't want to give you wrong information. OnePlus Buds Pro 2 versus Earphone 3 Pro. Haven't tested the OnePlus Buds Pro 2. Sorry, Pratik, my bad. Go Air Pop. I have listened. Oppo Enco Air 2. Then it's good sounding without all features. Yeah, Go Air Pop is fun. Uh, Similar to Air 2 Pro, I'd say. It's very similar. Ishwar, how to protect ears from IEM? Can they ruin hearing? Do we lose hearing after 50? After using Moondrop Chew 2, I'm feeling some kind of dard in my ear and some little pain. There's discomfort. Ishwar, any earphone, headphone, speaker, sound that you listen to should not exceed 85 decibels over a period of 6 to 8 hours, because hearing loss can occur. And by hearing loss, I mean hearing damage and loss. You cannot correct your hearing loss like you can your eyes with glasses. Once you lose hearing, you lose hearing. There is no tablet, there is no injection, there is no surgery you can have. I myself, in all my reviews, I think you've noticed that I always say I listen to it at this volume, and I would not recommend listening to it over this volume over prolonged periods of time. Also, at the same time, I never listen to earphones for longer than, say, 45 minutes to an hour. Even if I'm traveling and I've got headphones or earphones on, I will take them off, take a break, because as funny as it sounds, your ears need to breathe. You need some sort of ventilation in your ears. And yes, hearing does diminish over the age of 50 and 60. It does start diminishing. It's nature. It's just how things go. Your cells start dying, you start getting white hair, your skin starts getting drier, wrinklier, you lose your hearing as well. It's just over the course of time, it is inevitable. And then moving on, earphone OnePlus just base bloated. Earphone OnePlus just base bloated. I found I've heard the OnePlus Buds 3 and the earphone Air Pro Air 3 Pro, or is it Air Pro 3, whatever it's called. And I find the OnePlus just to be, it's in your face. It's just exaggerated loudness and bass, whereas the earphone manages to have a good amount of detail despite having accentuated bass. The bass is big, the bass is heavy, but it is not as bloated as the OnePlus. So I do prefer how the OnePlus does handle its. Sorry, I do prefer how the earphone handle is its overall presentation over the OnePlus any day. Could you please suggest V-shaped signature IM? KZZSN Pro X Obito. Now using KZSN Pro X. Yeah, I like those. Listening at 40%. Ishwar, I think 40% is okay, but I myself, I think, was listening to it at maybe 20-25%. It's possible that you and I have very different hearing sensitivities. Everybody has different ears, shape, size, hearing sensitivities. If you're worried about your hearing, do what I do. I do a hearing test once a year. If I miss once a year, I do it every 1.5 years. So you have an understanding of your hearing health, how sensitive your ears are, and so on. And if you keep a track, because if one year suddenly you realize that, oh, I'm not hearing something, you can go and check it out, because sudden hearing loss is something you need to get checked out immediately. So it's worthwhile just regularly doing tests on your ears, because they have found in recent studies that hearing loss can lead to other ailments when you get older. So it's very important to look after your ears. I returned hi-fi DAC because when I paired with cases and products, when music stopped after 5 hissing sound like zigzag. Arvind, I've heard this from other people also. Yeah, I think it might be a manufacturing defect from the hi-fi DAC. You're talking about the DD Hi-Fi DAC, right? I've seen this from a few other people also. Himanshu, I recommended the Celeste Vivo, and I don't think so. I've not heard it. I've never heard it. I- I'd know if I did. Pratik, Ishwar, lower the volume and I am the 30%. Yeah, they sound very loud and it's not for long listening since it's in ear. Yes, then I am which can relax my ears. It's good, or should I stop using IEM? Don't stop using IM if you enjoy it, but don't listen to it so loud, Ishwar. That's not safe. Okay, Pratik, should I switch to headphone? Any recommendations? Pradeep, so bro, I need your help. Want to buy good sounding earbuds in 5K, which have not bass heavy but right amount of bass attack, but I am confused which one to buy. Please suggest 5K. Pradeep, I like in the 5K budget, my favorite, I think the Yamaha E3B has been going for a good price lately. See if you can get that. But I have heard that in some cases people are receiving opened boxes, which is not nice. Earphone Air Pro 3 is a nice set of earphones. I think it's around five. Sorry, is around 5K. If you want to go mass market, you can look at the Oppo Enco A3 Pro or Realme Buds F5 Pro. Feel free to have a look at my reviews on these. Pratik, listen to half. Okay. Karthik, I've changed sound call Life Note Tears battery after 4 years. Still great, sound great. Try to repair the battery if you like TV sound a few years. Karthik, how did you change the battery in wireless earphones? Nobody does that normally. Dr. Lotus. Hey, you guys stop ragging Dr. Lotus, man. What's your thoughts on Soundcore? Soundcore is nice. I like Soundcore. The few things I've heard from them in various price ranges. In fact, I recently spoke about a Soundcore earphones. Uh, not in today's. I do some Amazon live sessions, and I've got a pair of a whole bunch of stuff in the sub 2000 price range. And there's one sound core that really sets itself apart. It's the cleanest sounding set of earphones compared to anything else there. Soundcore, Anchor do a very good job. They know what they're doing with sound. I do like their stuff. I have not reviewed their stuff. I'm trying to get a hold of their stuff. It's difficult, but I do like their stuff. Airports with Dolby Atmos Apple Music. It sounds amazingly detailed. I'm looking for similar experience with IEMs at lower price. I have Shining UA3 for pairing. Shivin, you will not get Atmos experience with IEMs. IEMs are more 2.0 setup. If you're listening to by 2.0, I mean it's like having two speakers and no subwoofer. You're not going to get a surround experience like you do with Apple's music. They've done a very good job with that, as far as I know. So it's a different experience. But IM wise, staging, the best staging I've heard, maybe the SimGot EA 1000s, but they are quite expensive, and you'll have to pair it with a good DAC. But staging means it's a little wider. You're not going to get Atmos. Ishwar, I have made a video about this. Let me see if I can find it. I'll send it to you. Where's that video? Don't even know what is this. But Ishwar, I'll just locate it and send it on the chat. Because I think I mean, it was primarily only for my subscribers. Share, copy link. Here, Ishwar, I'm just copying it here. You can look at it there. I've sent you the link on the chat. Uh, Big fan from UK. Hi, Rahul. Thank you for your reviews. That's very sweet of you to say, Rahul. Thank you. DD Hi-Fi DAC is negligible but noticeable. Yeah, Arvind, that's very strange. I've heard of some people having the same zigzag issue. Yeah, me Kiwi years cadenza, but that was out of stock. Yeah, it wasn't me. I didn't recommend these. I think somebody else in the chat did. Siddharth. Hi, Siddharth. I'm not sure about Windows, but on a Mac, I can walk you through what to do. But Windows, man, I've not used a Windows since '97, I think. But I mean, Google is there. Yeah, Google's in the bath. You can Google it and see how to do that. Yeah, so I think Charles, I think I've answered you why there's no review for Soundcore. I have not got anything from them. I managed to speak to somebody from them, but I haven't managed to acquire any review units. I have the same issue with a lot of other brands. It's not just Soundcore. I think it's Soundcore, it's Sony. Who else? There are a few brands, yeah, because I think a lot of brands look at me and say he's too small. I mean, in the sense, the fact that I've only got what 14,000 subs. A lot of brands want over 1 lakh subs, over 1 lakh views in one day. I'm not that. Yeah, I'm not a tech reviewer. I consider myself a sound guy, like audio guy. I'm not really a tech guy. So if they don't want me to review their products, no problem, man. That's fine. But that's why I'm giving preference to a lot of these companies who are sending me stuff. I'm getting a lot of audiophile stuff, which I'm enjoying doing. So I'll happily review the things that I receive. It's not a problem. And I've kind of stopped buying stuff now because I've got so many products on my desk that I need to review. So I mean, if I get something from Sony and Soundcore, I'll happily review it. It's not a problem. Sound is sound to me. Thank you. No problem with Apple Music. Siddharth, with Apple Music, Apple Music caps out at 192.24. You cannot get more than that. But yeah, if you're using it on a Mac, you'll have to go into your utilities and audio MIDI setup and open those floodgates, because if it's set to 44.116 and you're playing a 192.24, you're only going to get 44.116. So you need to modify it over there. Whereas if you're using it on an Android phone or an Apple phone, it automatically plays back what it is on. Whereas on a computer, you have to open that floodgate. Pradeep, in terms of bass, E5B is not at all bass enthusiastic. It's mellow. It's trying to be truer. If you want bass, the Enco Air 3 Pro has more bass response. It is bloated compared to the E5B, but detail-wise, the E5B, man, any day. Shivan, I'm thinking about buying the 700 Pro X, pairing it with Shanling UA3. Do they have the same profile as the AirPods 2 Pro? Sorry if I'm being naive. Thanks for helping. No issue, man. They're not being naive. The 700 Pro X, I presume you talk about the Bear Dynamic. Did I review the 700 Pro X? I think I reviewed the 700 Pro X. Um, yeah, I did the DT. Check out my review on the Bear Dynamic um, DT 700 Pro X. I liked it, but I do prefer the 900 Pro X because it's an open back. Um, I don't know about it having the same profile as AirPods. I don't consider the AirPods and wireless stuff to be audiophile level. I prefer bare dynamic stuff over these wireless things any day. Shandling UA3. What is the Shandling UA3? I've not tested it. I have not tested this, but it looks like a good piece of hardware. It definitely looks like a good piece of hardware. So it should be a nice pairing. And the 700 Pro X does not have a very high impedance also, I think. The older things did. Like the 990 I have here is 250 ohms, so it wasn't easy to drive. 700 Pro X should be fine. Kiwi and SimGot doing good stuff lately, especially SimGot, everything they're launching. Oh, absolutely, yes. I've liked everything from SimGot, maybe except the 500 LM. This is the only one that kind of didn't speak to me. Charles, no problem. Siddharth Lama, if someone likes the tonality of Tangzu on SG, what would be the next logical upgrade around 5 to 7? From what I've heard, I think I like the from the Tangzu I'd move because the Tangzu I realized is a kind of slightly warm sounding. I like the Keyfine Delchi after that in the 5 to 7K range. Karthik, there's a shop in Chennai who changes batteries for TWS. I don't know what in town technology YouTube channel. That's pretty awesome. Just for 700 bucks, that is wild. It is absolutely wild because, this is a big problem. In fact, I want to show you something. The problem with wireless earphones is the mechanics of it outlive the battery any day. And the biggest issue is that when your battery dies, it's a use and throw product. Which brings me to what I want to show you guys. I had a company write to me and send me a product, and they were very kind, sweet enough, in fact, to engrave this set of earphones for me. So they have written Paul's POV on that with a lowercase p for some reason, and I have not reviewed these. I've had this for about a year, but I've not reviewed it because um, there was some information on the manual and the website that sort of contradicted one another, and it didn't seem right to give anyone wrong information. So I wrote to them asking them about the right information. They didn't write back, and then I followed up after a week or two, and they didn't write back. So I said, okay, fine, forget it. But anyway, let me show this to you. This I find is very cool after what Karthik has said, because if you see, this is the earphone, as any other earphone that's out there. But what's cool about this is, once this battery dies, you just sort of remove it, and the other two batteries are there. So you sort of pop this out, the new one, or should I say the recharged one from there, and pop it on there, and it's just a magnetic thing. And then this one comes over here, and you recharge that. And these cells can be bought separately as well, so you don't necessarily need to just use these and throw them. You can buy these separately, and just it's a magnetic snap-on, and this is one thing that really sorts out this issue of not having replacement batteries for earphones. So I found this to be a very cool set of earphones, but factual information wasn't correct to me, so I didn't review this. Maybe I'll make a quick video just mentioning this one of these days because I've been wanting to talk about it. but it's pretty cool. Anyway, hey Paul, what's the difference in sound between dynamic driver and balanced armature driver? Shut up. It's a very different construction. A dynamic driver is what you see behind me. It's this cone. It's got a series of things behind it, voice coils, spiders, all that sort of stuff that help accentuate the driver. Whereas when it comes to a balanced armature driver, it's basically the original of a BA driver was for hearing aids. It's a very tiny little sort of rectangular box with a reed, and the reed vibrates to create these different frequencies. So it's doing the same thing where it's creating sound, but it's creating it in a very different way. So a balanced armature driver, because of its construction, and it has a characteristic of not having shrill or sharp highs, which is why I do like how BA drivers sound. In fact, which is why I really like the EM6L, the SimGot one, because it has four BA drivers and the highs and mids are handled with it. So it's a very soft, easy, smooth delivery. It's not aggressive like a dynamic driver can be if it's tweaked too aggressively. So yeah, I mean they're very different constructions. It's a very different kind of driver, all in all. Himanshu, I also got a place I want to last month. Oh, that's cool. Evil Core, why live right now? I tried something later. Evil Core, that's all. I normally do 7 o'clock, but I said let me try 9 o'clock today. Pratik Paul, what different between EW200, Kifa and Delchi by convenience? Uh, the EW200 and Kifa and Delchi, I'd say, are very different IEMs. The Keyfine is a lot more warmer sounding. I think it's more bass enthusiastic also. Of course, it is in a different price segment. Um, I'd say that they're two very different kind of earphones. They're not really, you can't compare them. Like I will use the Keyfine for, if I want to listen to a little bit of Creed, it's fine. If I want to listen to a little bit of something a little heavier. The things I won't do with the EW200, I will do with the Keyfine. Spam me, Rohit. Are you guys talking about these earphones that I just showed you? This is from a brand called PQ earbuds. If that's what you're asking, I don't know if you're asking about this or something else. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just called the PQ earbuds, and they engraved it for me over there. Uh, Paul's POV with lowercase p. And yeah, man, it's pretty cool because see, you can pop these in when you're done using the earphones. You can pop them in, or if you're still listening to it and the battery dies, you just snap it off and put these replacements on it. And I think these little magnetic batteries came with different colors as well. So if you wanted a red one or a black one or a blue one, you could buy extras. And if these were also full, or if these diminish over time, you could just order fresh ones. So the mechanics of whatever's in this will keep working, whereas the battery can be replaced whenever it has to be replaced. So it's pretty cool. And of course, USB-C charging. But what I don't like is this light is very bright. As you can see, you can use it as a torchlight at night. In fact, when it's really dark, you can use it as a torchlight. It's crazy bright. It really is crazy bright. So that's that. So yeah, guys, I think battery's just gone off. One of my lights has just died, so that's a sign. I think it's been a fun session today as well. And I want to just thank all of you guys. There's a lot of you guys who keep coming back, and it's very sweet of you. It's always nice to meet you. I hope we can meet in the flesh one day. Um, would have to be careful with them so battery doesn't fall off. No, no, these are pretty solid. Yeah, Rohit, the magnetic pull on these is very tight. It's actually it's kind of like not as tough as an Apple MacBook's MagSafe, but it's almost there because it is pretty tight. Um, yeah. With Evil Core. Pick up a set of foam ear tips, man. Don't use silicone. Foam ear tips set to your ear canal size. If you use a silicone that's too big, it might feel like it's expanding your ear canal. It might feel like it's not comfortable. just pick up a set of foam ear tips. You'll be more comfortable with those. Himanshu, yeah. Yeah, so guys, I'll sign off. Thanks so much for being part of today's session and everything. I'm surprised I've done 10 live sessions so far. I never thought I'd be doing any live sessions, to be very honest, but you guys have made it fun. It's very enjoyable. I'm still trying to figure out what time works for most people. I'm still trying to figure out what day works for most people. So I'll try and maybe push it to a weekend one day and see if I can handle it. But I like these Monday sessions because there's a small group of you. Like, see, right now I think there are 14 of you, so I can talk to all of you, and I like responding to all questions and all comments. I'd rather do that than ignore people because I mean I'm here to help. I enjoy doing what I do here. So yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for everything, guys, and I think I'll sign off now. Pratik, yeah, really. And yeah, I hope you guys can meet sometime, man, because it's like I've gotten to know you guys a bit through your messages. Evil core, it's unlikely that it got bigger. It's your canal doesn't sort of flex and move that easily and just stay larger. It's unlikely. Spam me likewise, man. Thanks for being here, Akhil. Good night. Thank you. Thanks so much. If evil core, if you're wearing it all the time, it's possible. I'd say lay off it a bit. If you're feeling uncomfortable, pull back. Don't keep at it. Karthik, maybe we can set up a meet in your state. Kerala. What makes you think I'm in Kerala, man? EM6 says Shadab, yeah, EM6L. I've paired with the i5 Go Link. It's a nice pairing. Cool, guys. Thanks so much. Have a happy rest of the week. And Friday, I will have my Tangzu Warner review out. I need to still shoot that footage. So I'll most probably shoot it tomorrow, work on the edit, and have a Friday live. I'll make the review live on Friday. Yeah, yeah. And, nice try, Rohit. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Cool. See you guys. All the best. I'll see you next live session. All the best, and see you in the comments. And happy listening. See you guys. Bye.